This morning, Kenny's dad and stepmom are joining me live from their home near Rochester, New York. Kenneth DeLand Sr. and Jennifer DeLand, thank you both for joining us this morning. I can't even begin to imagine what you're going through. I have a daughter who heads off to college next year. I myself studied abroad when I was a student years ago. Trying to put myself in your shoes right now is hard to comprehend. First of all, how you holding up? How you doing?
We're holding in there. We're maintaining hope.
Hard to do when you haven't heard from your son.
Yeah, very much so.
So he was supposed to be headed home for Christmas 2 days from now. What was the last conversation that you remember having with him about his plans to come home and be with you?
The 27th of November, we had an exchange on WhatsApp. We were just, asking how each other were doing, what's new, that sort of thing. That was the last I've heard of him. And then the CCTV footage was the last time he was seen. That was on the 3rd. And silence.
Silence. So let's talk about some of the details that you have. And Jennifer, you can jump in here as well and help me understand the timeline. He had his cell phone. When was the last time that pinged? What are some of the other personal items that he left behind at his host family that gives you guys some clues as to what he may have been thinking or what may have happened?
Right. So last night there was an interview. Anderson Cooper had us on his show. There was some investigative news reporters that were actually able to find the host mom's home and interview her and ask her some questions. She had said the police had not spoken with her, which is alarming. They also went to the university at Grenoble Alps and they were trying to find out if anybody knew Kenny. There were several people that they apparently had spoken with that weren't even aware of the situation. And then there was a group of kids that were actually some of his travel partners that he had traveled with, and they were very concerned with his well-being and were curious if there was any news because they had not heard of any. The other concerning element is they did not see any posters at the college with his name on it and face. So I have spoken with the embassy this morning. I've spoken with the FBI this morning. I've spoken with the French prosecutor's assistant this morning, and there's no news. So my question is, what is the status with the police and how much is this being looked into? Because as time passes and elapses, our son is still missing. And yes, it's very likely that Kenny packed a bag and he likes to hike. So that part, is one thing, but the fact that he's not reached out to us is the most alarming thing, especially with this amount of time that has passed.
Right. So what you're getting at here, Kenneth, is your lack of confidence in authorities in France right now prioritizing Kenny's case. Have you spoken with his host family? What have they shared with you?
I have not spoken with the mother myself. My ex-wife, Carol Laws, had tried to have a conversation with her at one point. And all I can say is that, from speaking with the reporters yesterday, she cared for our son and she was concerned for his well-being. But again, how is it that the police have not questioned her? Have the police questioned people at the university? What's happening? Why, is this not a priority?
Right.
It's
I can't imagine. I mean, it's bad enough that you haven't heard from him, but the fact that he's a world away and you're relying on investigators who it's tough to stay in communication with, I really sympathize with you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.